It is currently 4:37 in the morning. It's my off day. However, I am staying up because I'm working night shifts at the moment. If you guys are watching this video, that means you have or have had the misfortune of night shifts, either for work or for whatever reason. Maybe it's jet lag, whatever the case may be. You need to stay up all night into the morning, essentially until the sun comes out before you can even go to sleep. And you want some tips on how to make that possible, especially if it's a long-term thing over multiple days, weeks, and months. And your boy has experience in working night shifts, and I know exactly what works best for me. So in this video, I'm going to share 7 tips for you guys in order to help make night shifts as easy as possible, help smoothly transition into them, and also make it not so bad when you are on night shifts. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And if you guys find this video helpful, drop me a like, it would mean a lot to me. And also comment down below some night shift tips that you guys recommend. So I'm going to break this video into 2 sections. Section 1 is going to be preparation. Section 2 is going to be getting a good night's rest. And so step number 1 of preparation is know and just remember that you're not going to be able to play catch up for night shifts, okay? You're going to want to adjust to night shift schedules and stick to it for as long as you have night shifts. A lot of people, sometimes they work a few days a week, 4, 3, 5 days a week that are night shifts. And on the days that they're off, they just go back to a normal sleep schedule, or they'll sleep in, or they'll wake up earlier, or whatever the case may be. And that just messes them up completely, and they never get on track for night shifts. So they're always tired, they're always fueling themselves with caffeine, and they're just not having a good time. And night shifts themselves are kind of not fun, they're miserable, but it doesn't have to be. So if you guys want to make night shifts as easy as possible, just remember, go to bed and wake up at the same time. Get this rhythm into your system, get your body acclimated to the way you're waking and sleeping, and this will hopefully make your night shifts much more bearable. Step number 2 for night shift preparation is don't expect to pull an all-nighter the first night of night shifts. You have better been prepping for a while, for a few days, slowly increasing the time that you stay awake until you go to bed. So let's say you need to stay up until 7 a.m., right? You say sleep until 12 o'clock at night, the next night 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m., 6 a.m., and then eventually you're going to bed at 7 a.m. You're slowly increasing and pushing the time that you need to stay awake, and this will make your night shift a lot easier. Because if you try to just sleep normally, and then the night of your night shift pull an all-nighter, that's going to be so hard because your body's not used to that. However, if you give yourself a few days of slowly trying to stay awake, you're more used to it when your night shifts actually start. Step number 3, when you're winding down towards the end of your night shift, don't do what I'm doing here and have blue light, right? Reduce blue light exposure. So roughly 2 hours before bed, try to reduce your blue light exposure. So your cell phones, your computers, blue lights like this, LEDs, lights, things that are very bright, that will tell your body, hey, it's daytime, hey, you need to be awake, because your body needs to start producing melatonin and your body needs to start winding down. And it's not going to be able to do that if it has blue lights in your face 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes before bedtime, right? You want to slowly start dimming things, put dimmers on your phone, night light settings on your computer, and reducing blue light will help your body just get ready for bedtime as opposed to having bright blue and white lights in your face, right? And so that's what you want to do when you start getting ready for bed. And that actually ties into step number 3, which is towards the beginning of your night shift schedule, use melatonin wisely, okay? A lot of people, for their whole night shifts, they just rely on melatonin and they ignore blue light, they ignore caffeine, they ignore wake and sleep time, and they just rely on melatonin, gummies or pills to knock them out to sleep. When in reality, you should just be using melatonin as prescribed on the dosage of the container just in the beginning, just to get your body used to producing melatonin during that time. And with the other steps that I just mentioned, this will help your body produce melatonin more naturally before bedtime, so you can start weaning off the supplements towards the end of the first week. So if you guys want to kickstart your night shift cycles, use melatonin wisely in the first few days or first week to get your body used to falling asleep at a certain time. The next section of this video has to do with sleep and how to get proper sleep after pulling an all-nighter and the sun's coming out, which makes sleep so much harder. And so what you guys want to do for this step is to remember to use blackout curtains and use an eye mask. I cannot tell you how much more sleep you'll get when you use a proper eye mask. Blackout curtains, yeah, it kind of makes things darker or more dim in your room, but unless they're like solid blackout curtains, the light is still gonna peek through. And also, when you have an eye mask, it's just pitch darkness, like nothing, you can't see anything past that. So I think eye masks are really a great investment for you if you guys are doing night shifts. They just completely block everything out in 360 degrees. You don't even see your feet in front of you. You don't see the ceiling. You don't see anything. It's just pure darkness. And that's what you need if you guys need to go to sleep during your night shifts. I forget what number I'm on. Number 5, 6, 4, I don't know. But anyways, my next tip though is to remember to use earplugs, okay? Just find little foam earplugs. They have them at like Walmart or CVS or whatever convenience store. Just look for a pack of those like memory foam earplugs. You twist them, you put them in real deep, and the silence just completely makes sleeping during night shifts a lot better. The last thing that you want while you're sleeping after pulling an all-nighter is to get woken up from neighbors or from people doing yard work outside, to sirens or cars or anything, or maybe your partner next to you or your kids waking up or whatever the case may be. The last thing that you want is, yeah, everything's dark, but it's so loud and you can't even go to sleep because it's just keeping you awake. So invest in earplugs, and with a combination of earplugs, blackout curtains, and an eye mask, you're gonna be sleeping like a baby. And before I get into my last 2 tips, I just want to be clear with you guys why I'm covering sleep so extensively, even though the video topic is called how to stay up and how to survive night shifts, right? Well, the thing is that people don't have a hard time staying up, right? Like, you just don't go to bed, keep yourself active, and maybe like drink some caffeine, and like you'll stay awake. You can pull all-nighter, it just takes some dedication. But the hard part is actually going to sleep when it's sunny out. The hard part is going to sleep when your body's used to waking up. That is the hard part of night shifts, not staying up. Anyone can just push their bedtime, just play video games all night or work and just keep themselves active. The hard part is going to sleep. So that's why a lot of these tips have to do with sleep. And so my next tip to improve your sleep and stay asleep after your night shifts are over is to reduce the temperature in the room between 62 degrees and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so what you guys want to do before you go to bed, make your apartment cold. Either go to a thermostat, have it set to that temperature, or if you guys don't have AC, use fans. Get like a bunch of fans in your room and make the room as cool as possible. And this is my favorite, I think most overlooked tip, is by cooling down the room. Not only you just feel good when you go to bed, you're not sweating and waking up from heat or something because the sun's out and it's getting really hot out, but because it's so cool in the room, your heart rate decreases, your body relaxes, your body starts to essentially get into this hibernation mode from the cool temperature in your apartment or house, and this is gonna make your sleep so much better. So not only are you guys gonna have melatonin on your side, but you guys are also gonna have eye masks, earplugs, maybe blackout curtains if you want, although I prefer eye masks, and a cool room. And with all these things, you're gonna be sleeping like a baby. And after your night shifts, you're not gonna be waking up a bunch of times. Although you might be in the beginning, you might kind of wake up every few hours, but that's okay. There's no sunlight, you can go right back to bed, and your melatonin's still being produced, so that's completely fine. And if you guys stay consistent with your sleep schedule, you guys are gonna be night shift pros within a week. You know what? For those of you that stay to the end of this video, I have a bonus tip, right? No one else knows about this tip right now because they clicked off the video or they were skipping around, but you're gonna get a bonus tip right now. So what you guys wanna do after you just pulled an all-nighter and you guys had a really good night's sleep, remember the first thing that you do when you wake up is to get direct sunlight into your face. Don't stay in your room in the dark because you're tired and it's cozy. You guys need to get sunlight as soon as possible because you pulled a night shift, you stayed up all day, Now you're wasting daylight, and soon it's going to be dark outside, and your body's not going to be able to wake up. That's what the photons and the lights do. They make you awake. And darkness, well, it produces melatonin in your body. So what you want to do upon waking up after a night shift, after a good night's sleep with all the tips I just provided, get yourself some direct sunlight, really wake your body up. Don't use caffeine unless you guys really need to. So get that good sunlight as soon as you guys wake up, because you're going to be staying up a very long time with absolutely no sunlight if you guys are doing night shifts. So get it while you can. And so that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. If you ever have the misfortune of working night shifts, I hope that after watching this video, you're now fully equipped to be a night shift pro and not make it as miserable. Okay, so I hope you guys found this video informative. Let me know down below what you guys think about this video. If you guys would add any tips to make night shifts a bit better for the other viewers. Also, drop me a like if you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want more content on men's self-improvement. I'll leave a few videos up here for you guys to go dig through. And without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in that next one.